Austrian Darts Open Championship Finals here in Graz. This is our last match in the last 32. Time to meet our players. Introducing to you first the Lakeside quarter-finalists and the World Cup singles semi-finalists. From Lithuania, it's
Champions League winner, European Tour winner, and a man who reached 2 Euro Tour finals and the semi-final last year as well. The semi-final was in Leverkusen, where he lost to Peter Wright. Didn't fare too well in Austria, in Vienna, making the third round, but he did make the semis of this tournament as a qualifier in 2014, so he has got previous, albeit not here in Graz.
Yeah, it's a long while ago, isn't it, when Mensur Suljovic was having to qualify for these events. Because, as you say,
100
maximum for Mensur. Yeah, his record on the Euro Tour is fantastic. I mean, he's won one and made 3 other finals, 2 of those last year. but that has just kept him in the seedings. And you know, he won another ranking event last year. Champions League of Darts not ranking, of course, which makes it all the more impressive that Mensur is up at number 6 in the world rankings, despite the fact his biggest win, you know, £100,000, but it's not ranking money.
140.
Yeah, that was the debate that ensued, wasn't it? Whether the Champions League is a major. We say yes. If it's on telly and there's 100 grand at stake.
Does he require 121?
Seems pretty major to me.
It's not a minor. Suljovic, 1-2-1. Labanauskas adrift on 2-6-3. And he went for it. I just wondered, but Mensur, well, as if he needed to get the crowd even more on side, decides to go for it anyway. Takes out the 1-2-1, setting the tone very nicely indeed with that one. Scoreboard is just being reset here. It is 1-0 to Suljovic. Labanauskas, this is effectively his 7th match of the campaign. He had 5 in qualifying. He beat Richie Edhouse yesterday, 6-3, 92 average for him.
Now, I know this is a Euro Tour debut for Darius Labanauskas, but I mean, people have seen quite a lot of him in the past. I mean, he was only beaten in the quarterfinals of the 2017 Lakeside by the eventual champion Glenn Durrant. That was after beating Krzysztof Ratajski, the now world master, in the previous round. Belter of a game, that won that one 4-3. And he has won various things in the BDO, but as I say, he's plying his trade in the Nordic and Baltic League, and he's just been phenomenal on it this year.
Dominant.
I saw him win both events in his native Lithuania. Saw him make a final in Denmark.
59.
Back end of last year, it was a quarter-final and a semi-final in Latvia. He's just constantly been there or thereabouts.
So when he won those 2 events in Lithuania, that was the weekend of Austrian qualifying as well, wasn't it? So he had was that a hat-trick then that weekend?
140.
Or was that another weekend?
They did, yeah. So it was the night before he'd qualified for this, and he just missed out on qualifying for the next one as well. He was beaten. I shall tell you in a moment.
Was it Madars Razmak?
It might have been Madars
or Sindelfingen.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, and it's Johan Engström of Sweden who'll line up in the Dutch Darts Masters in Zwolle. But yeah, so that weekend it was it was a hat trick for him effectively.
Yeah,
with the
could have been 4.
Could have been 4. Settled for 3. Nothing lucky about that from Lucky D. Just good darts, dominant. One of the BDO's most respected players in the past few years, but it's not really counting for too much here in this one.
Spencer throw first.
Again with plenty of controlled aggression here. 2-0 up. So far so good for the Austrian crowd. Disappointment yesterday with all their qualifiers, their host nation qualifiers, falling by the wayside.
And I wonder if that's just put a little bit more on Mensur to give these Austrian fans something to shout about, because he hasn't been brilliant in the Austrian leg of the Euro Tour for the last few years, but he is quite stunning in the opening stages of this one tonight. And he looks very fired up. I know Mensur's often, he celebrates, he's very demonstrative on stage, but there looks a little bit more aggression in the Mensur Suljovic antics tonight.
Yes, indeed. He's got his family here as well. His wife, you may have noticed, at the side of the stage, Enisa. His son Tariq is here as well. Baby Ema, though, is not here this weekend. Skipping Graz, perhaps saving herself for
140
European Tour events down the line. Maybe focusing on Zwolle instead.
Yeah, maybe.
Suljovic enjoying himself so far here.
96.
Yeah, we mentioned it yesterday with Labanauskas. He's got winning records against the likes of, we talked about his performances on the BDO, winning records against the likes of Scott Waits, Ross Montgomery, And his big darting friends, Krzysztof Ratajski and the aforementioned Madas Razman as well.
Now then, Mensur loves a bullseye. But is it the 18? And he can still do this.
Treble 19 for Bull, but it's not to be. And Labanauskas is looking at 140 for a broken throw here. This would silence the crowd a little bit if he took this one out.
And he might. Is it top to top? So he stay there. He did stay there. He can't find the treble 20. Now 68 for Mensur. Treble 20 for double 4. Single 20 would be another single 20 to leave the Mensur. Double 4 though. Double 2.
And there we see the animated, increasingly animated Mensur Suljovic. Wow. Fierce. Giving the crowd what they came to see. They've waited a long time for this today, some of them. Many here for both sessions. Full day ticket. 10 hours in the making, this one.
Well, look, it has been disappointing for the Austrian fans in terms of their home nation hopes so far this weekend. It was disappointing from the start with the likes of Roby John and Rusty Jake Rodriguez not being here. Michael Rastovich not here either. Zoran Lurchbacher didn't make it through the qualifiers. Those that did were unable to get through the opening round. But Mensur was always the ace they had up their sleeve. He desperately wants to do a 9, doesn't he? You could see it there.
Well, it's all that he's got left to deliver on this particular occasion. I mean, can you just imagine? Can you just imagine the homecoming of Mensur Suljovic to Graz here and a 9-darter in a opening night win? Well, Labanauskas getting a bit of respect back from the crowd for that 180.
Oh, there's one coming right back at him here, isn't there? There's one coming right back at him.
Almost returned with interest, that one.
Mensur on 81 after 9, looking for a second breaker throw. He broke in 12 darts in the second leg. Labanauskas has just got to hope that Mensur doesn't take out the 81 now.
115.
Yes, still no darts at a double for Darius Labanauskas. Will he get one here? Well, he will do if Suljovic doesn't take out this 81, but the way Suljovic is playing, you suspect he will. You really do. Double 18, double 9. He loves that corner of the board, doesn't he? Likes it next door, but he likes it in double 9 as well. And Mensur Suljovic is absolutely thriving here tonight.
This is fantastic to watch.
Just listen to that. Soak it up, Mensur. 12, 12, either side of those 15s. Labanauskas can't live with this. Still no dart at a double for Lucky D. Could be a long way back to Vilnius for Darius tonight.
We saw an incredible display from James Wade to knock out Peter Wright. We saw a fantastic effort from Michael Smith this afternoon with 105 average almost and not missing a single dart at double. Well, Mensur Suljovic is threatening to blow both of those performances out of the water with a sustained battering of the Lithuanian Darius Labanauskas. And he is doing it with every single person, Nyon, in this hall in Graz, screaming him on.
It is just non-stop. It is just relentless. Labanauskas can't breathe here. He's just fighting to stay alive. And he's just coming up with very little in response here as well. No trouble there for Labanauskas either. Look at those stats. 4 from 6 on the checkouts as well, don't forget. The average is, as you say, Dan, going to blow everything away here as things stand. If you can maintain this for this leg and maybe the last leg as well, if it is the last leg.
Mensur, in this mood, is going to go for this 161. If he hits treble 20 first dart, I'm convinced he's going to try treble 17 and bull, even though Darius is back on almost 300. He is here to entertain. He's here to put on a show. He's not going to produce the 161.
96.
Missed the bullseye anyway. Rubbish, Mensur.
I think he almost apologises as he makes his way back to the table. He clearly cares, Mensur. He wants to give the fans what they want. He's well aware of the commitment they've made here this weekend, this particular day as well. I mean, they were singing his name at 2 o'clock this afternoon as well. Suljovic looking at tops again. Missed with the first one, no mistake with the second. 5 legs on the board, and Labanauskas looks like a man who just can't wait to get off stage here. He's been absolutely gobbled up. He's been eaten alive by the crowd here. And still no dart at a double for a man from Lithuania.
Well, Mensur Suljovic, he's got 3 PDC titles to his name. 1 Players' Championship, 1 Euro Tour, and a major televised title. He has come close to winning more than that, Mensur. He's been involved in, 5 other finals in the PDC, including the European Championship final, of course. But with no Michael van Gerwen here, Peter Wright has just been knocked out. Rob Cross had to survive 7 match darts. When this crowd, this backing, it's a sellout all day tomorrow, and you would think they're going to be in this kind of voice right the way through Mensur's games. He is going to take some stopping this weekend, Mensur Suljovic.
Yeah, and the Layers will have a big job on their hands to decide the odds for the rest of the tournament as far as the outright betting is concerned. On this evidence, they surely have to consider Suljovic as a potential favourite now, given what we've seen today from the others and given the evidence of this as well. It'll be interesting to see how they chalk it up tomorrow ahead of the third round action, which gets underway at 1 o'clock local time here in Austria, midday UK time, BST. And we follow the draw bracket, 8 third round matches in the afternoon session. Michael Smith, I believe, will be first up tomorrow.
Well, Darius is going to get darts at a double. But having gone the first 5 legs, being denied any chance of them, as he got his eye in on the outer ring.
Crowd not doing him any favours here either. That one's even further away.
Oh, what a dart that is, Darius. Superb stuff. There will be no whitewash.
Yeah, Mensur here though, responding as only Mensur can at times.
5 180s in just 6 and a bit legs of darts.
He's been doing that today. Just putting Labanauskas back in his place.
60.
3 perfect darts for Suljovic in this leg. Make that 4. Anguish on the face, gritted teeth for Mensur.
Absolutely furious that he couldn't fire in another 3 treble visit and give himself a shot at the 9. This is as up for it as I've seen Mensur maybe ever.
Yeah, I can't recall anything like this on the European tour before.
I mean, he's played amazingly and he's been aggressive and flailing around on stage, but I've never seen him play with this sort of aggression, and it is bringing the best out of him. He's left 81 after 9 again. It could be another ridiculous leg of darts from Mensur Suljovic. He is averaging almost 110. It has been world class. He's going off with the ball.
Go on, Mensur. Cherry on top of the icing on the cake, that would have been.
Didn't need to go that route. Darius not on a finish.
But with the crowd in this mood, Dan, he had to.
Do it.
He simply had to.
Superb stuff. Darius Labanauskas at least asked the question of Mensur Suljovic, but he's had all the answers so far tonight as Mensur. And double 8 does it. It is magnificent. immense from Mensur, 106.29 average, the best we've seen so far this weekend. And more may yet be to come from Austria's #1. The national champion, their hero in this sport, has battered his way past Darius Labanauskas. We will see him take on Cristo Reyes, the top player from Spain, in the last 16 tomorrow afternoon. The final day of action at the Austrian Darts Open will resume tomorrow at 1 p.m. local time. It's all live on PDC TV, and that might be the man to beat. He is certainly the champion that these 2,000 fans want. And we'll have a full house all day tomorrow to see if Mensur can win on home soil in his homecoming after becoming the first major champion in PDC darts from Austria. We'll leave you with the words of mighty Mensur, and we'll see you tomorrow for the conclusion of the Austrian Darts Open.
Mensur. Mensur, ein gelungener Start ins Turnier?
Ich glaube komplett. Ich bin so froh, dass ich die erste Runde gewonnen habe. Ein so tolles Publikum gibt es nirgends, nirgends, außer in Österreich. Dankeschön!
Unfassbar, Mensur. Eine Stimmung hier, total der Wahnsinn, oder?
Absolut geil. Das Publikum ist das Beste. Ehrlich. Ich habe nirgends gesehen sowas. Ehrlich nicht.
Okay, Mensur, ein kurzer Ausblick auf morgen gegen Cristo Reyes.
Das ist egal. Morgen ist morgen, aber heute haben wir gewonnen und morgen schauen wir es morgen an. Aber heute ist unser Tag, unser Spiel gewesen. Dankeschön, Jungs!
Dankeschön, Mensur Suljovic! Danke an euch, ihr wart ein riesen, super geiles Publikum. Wir sehen uns alle morgen wieder und dann Mensur gegen Cristo Reyes. Tschüss, danke, kommt alle gut nach Hause. Bye, bye.